Well, greetings, everybody. It is a wet and wild, windy night here, and I was very inspired to make a video this evening. The candle is really responding to the wind, and it's all very cozy. And the motivation for this video today is there's two things. When you're analyzing body language and people touch their face, like if they're in court or they're being interviewed, and there's a lot of that kind of going on, it's a sign of self-soothing. Obviously, in a stressful situation, it's a sign of self-soothing, self-soothing. And the other thing that I recently saw, it was a brilliant interview from 1972, and it was a doctor talking about some issues with a married couple, and he was saying about how women have a skin hunger. And I just loved it because in the video he's talking about problems with sexuality and marriages, and he was saying men can be very genitally focused. They have a sensation, as he was saying, they have a sensation and they want instant gratification for that sensation, and they do everything in order to get to that gratification as soon as possible. The woman wasn't very chuffed about all this, and their marriage was going through a few problems. And it was brilliant. The interview was brilliant. And what the doctor said to the woman, or the man actually, explaining about women, he was saying, women have a skin hunger. They long to, their skin longs to be touched and fed and nourished with love and embraced. And it really got me thinking, because as some of you may or may not know, my whole life, my career has been around healing, always with astrology and tarot, and healing and touch and mind healing and everything like that. And you can't ever overemphasize the power of touch. Now, it's great if you're with someone who you do a lot of massage with each other and you touch each other, but if you've got a relationship where you're busy, you've got kids, and it doesn't quite go like that, and you don't sit down, there's some very simple things that you can do. And today what I'm going to do is just show you some facial self-soothing and satisfying skin hunger regarding just some simple stuff on the face. Because wherever you are, if you're sitting and you're on the computer, you're watching something, even if you're watching TV, even if you're in a traffic jam, you can do this self-soothing, satisfying skin hunger for men or women. Of course, men also like to be embraced and touched with love. And so obviously my first choice would be hands. You cannot beat the effect of hands. Touching, that even, holding someone's hand if they're in stress, or, a pat on the back, or a little anything. It can be a very small thing, but feeling human touch is incredibly healing and beneficial. So let's say you're on your own, maybe your partner's out, and you just feel like some kind of, I just need some soothing, lovely stuff. So my first port of call would always be hands. The heat of hands, the love, you touch yourself with soothing kindness, that kind of lovely, even if it's a simple, just circling around the eyes. Don't get hung up about what finger. With the eyes, I just always say go inwards. When you're underneath the eyes, always go inwards. Follow the brow and then go inwards. Just some very simple soothing techniques. And then the obvious ones on the temples, just shut your eyes. And of course, what pressure you like. Where there's maybe a few sensitive points and pressure points that might just want a little bit of attention. Okay. Forehead, just stroking up the forehead. pulling out, just pulling those muscles, encouraging them out and down. Just take the stress out in between the eyes. Some very good pressure points here. You come down the side of the nose to the nostrils and out. Just pressing. Just touching wherever you feel that your face benefits. It could be right here where the jawbone meets the skull. It does a lot of work around here, especially this muscle here. Does a lot with eating and talking. Just massaging the jawbone, massaging around the mouth. I won't do it today because I've got lipstick on, but I actually do massage where I literally get my lips and just massage them. So this lovely just touching, coming onto the neck and just soothing the front of the neck, the sides of the neck. You know, you don't have to do a big 40-minute massage, just whatever feels soothing. Now, normally, if you're doing facial massage, you're always encouraged to go upwards, always put the pressure on the up. But when you do pressure point massage, and if you literally just press your face, you'll find there's lots of pressure points in the face that are very beneficial. And you can just find them on the nose. There's a powerful pressure point here and here and here, and pinching the brows. But just anything that feels good and any pressure that you like. I mean, I'm pressing here with all of my this top joint here. Not here. If you've got nails, that won't feel very nice. So just press. You can use a heel of the hand. And of course, I would always do some lovely massage on the scalp, and especially where the base of the scalp, where the neck meets the head. And I would always do ears. And don't worry, it's like, don't worry about doing it right. There's no way of doing this right. It's what's right for you today in the mood that you're in. Just literally here, just literally massaging the ears all the way down, the earlobes. Just kind of giving them a nice squeeze. There's also a technique you can do where you literally put your hands over your head and you just kind of press and then just move your hands around. Okay. So that's just a simple thing with the hands, which, like I say, I would always recommend because of the heat and the just the natural vibes and the electricity and the energy coming from the hands. But what I also wanted to say is I also do this and I really like it. So this is what I have got, obviously, because got lots of collections over many years. So I've got these crystal wands. They have like little, so obviously this is like a very smooth ball shape. This is for directional stuff, or if it's not too sharp, you can do pressure points. Sorry about my nails. I've been cleaning my oil paints and I've got all kinds of dark blue oil paint underneath my fingers that won't come out yet. Okay, so they're very soothing. And you're just obviously these are these are for pressure points, obviously, or directional flow when you're doing energy work with crystals, but you can use this for pressure points. This one's too sharp. I'll show you the one I use for pressure points. This is highly, don't use that on your face or anywhere. It's too sharp. This is the massage end. Okay, so what I like about using crystals to massage is they are cool. Obviously they will warm up, but just to do the same kind of things with crystals, the forehead, two meridian lines that come, well, quite a few meridian lines that come through the face. Okay, and just you can do the temples, and just to go anywhere you like, anywhere that feels good. Just cover your face in what seems like a logical pattern for yourself. If you want to do strokes going up, I like around my eyes. I'm a real kind of eyes and brows. I mean, it's just so gorgeous because it's cool, and the energy of the crystals, you can take it right into your scalp. Beautiful feeling in the scalp, all the way back. Some of those meridians you can just follow, you can circle, you can do straight lines, you can do them around your ears. Just press them in. And obviously, if you haven't got wonderful things like this hanging around your house, you can use any kind of crystal wand. So I've got this, it's a tiger's eye wand. Obviously, you wouldn't use the point. You would use the soothing end. And you can do this anywhere. You can do, anywhere that you feel needs some attention. You can use this on the back. You can use it up your neck. And you can use them with oils if you like. And then they kind of slide very easily. But I've always found they slide very easily anyway on the skin. Obviously, you don't press too hard. The great thing is you do it at your own pace. You do the pressure that you like, the area that you like. I've got this citrine one. It's a bit of a bigger one. But again, and it's like it's got the facets on it. Same kind of thing. And then I've got these that became quite popular for a while. And the good thing about this is it's smooth on both ends. So, and with these kinds of crystal wands, you can do hand reflexology. I think I'll do a video on hand reflexology. I mean, foot reflexology is fantastic. And when I first did hand reflexology, I was like, I don't think it's as effective as the feet, but it's still valid and you can do it on yourself. You can again be anywhere and massage your hands and be affecting the pressure points that relate to reflexology and the body and the meridian system. You can just sit and do anything like that wherever you are, which is just brilliant. And obviously, if you haven't got, for instance, wands, you can just use normal tumbled stones. That's a blue sodalite, doesn't look like it in this lighting. You got these two beautiful stones I've got. This is a very pale smoky quartz, and this is I can't quite see it, maybe. It's a fantastic piece of ametrine, amethyst and citrine together. Let me turn it around, see if it can get the colour. Not really. But again, this is nice if you wanted to do, for instance, a bit closer to your eyes and you want to get in a bit, to the eyebrows, and just those little pressure points that you can just enjoy around the eyes, again down the nose, into the ears, around the mouth, anything that feels good. And I tell you, when you touch yourself like that with stones or with your fingers, it's amazing that you can go, oh, just feel that. That's an interesting pressure point. That's quite sore. And if you find a pressure point that feels sore, normally if you've got any sinus problems, there's a pressure point right here. You get to your nostrils and then you just press out a bit, and it's just underneath that upper jaw bone there, and they can be very painful. And if you find a painful one, just take the pressure off a bit, but then just stay, give it some love, get it going, get the energy flowing, okay, and then just move on. I've also got this stone. This is a labradorite. Don't know if I can get it's got a beautiful pinky purple. This is a stone that I got when my beautiful topaz crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I can't quite get the flash in it in this lighting. But I used to, when she first was absent in my life, I bought this, went to the shop and I thought topaz, and this beautiful labradorite jumped at me. And this is beautiful because it's big. So you can do big sweeping movements if you just want to use one stone at a time. Again, you can use it on your neck, just there where the trapezius muscle gets tight, just rubbing it up, can't really see that, but just literally rubbing it along the shoulders. When you've got a bigger, smoother stone, just nice to hold and then rub it along your shoulders. Again, right up. So, skin hunger, satisfying skin hunger. I mean, some people might want to cleanse their skin, do an exfoliation, put a mask on or something, and then do massage. If you do massage just with your hands, and you can do just a simple oil, get some beautiful oil that suits your skin, that you really enjoy, and it doesn't cause any reaction, obviously. Any kind of oil that will last, and you can just really just sit and go over. Now, I'll tell you what I like to do that I think is very helpful, and I know it has incredible benefits. You have to go with your own kind of vibe on this. So with eye circles, so say you start off with the brows and you go round like this. Then you can shut your eyes and do like an inner circle where you go through the socket line, and you kind of just brushing really lightly that socket line. If you haven't got contact lenses in and you're okay with your eyelids being touched, you can then just literally do little pressure points across the eyelid like that, as light as you can. Obviously you won't do this if you've got contact lenses in. And one of the most wonderful things is it's kind of popular, very good for eyesight and very good for resting the eyes. If you've been on a computer or you've been crunching some document and you've really been kind of using your eyes, is a technique called palming, which is very, kind of well known, but you might not know it. And you basically, rub your hands and you put the palms of your hands over your eyes. So basically you almost, so you can open your eyes with your palms there and you can't see any light coming in. And you open your eyes and you just look into the darkness. So your eyes kind of know that there's they're open, but they just can relax. They haven't got to take in the massive amount of information. And you just sit there for as long as you want to feel comfortable. Really kind of feel the heat, the healing heat from the hand, and the chakras that are in your hand, or chakras that are in your hand that are over your eyes. Okay, and just kind of feel that beautiful heat. And you can also put the tips of your fingers over the eyes only if you're comfortable, and obviously not if you've got contacts in. So that's my little video for today. Very interesting. I was inspired to do that. I was looking at all my crystals, and one of my big interests, just as I was making the kind of the change from being in the UK to being here in South Africa, is I was very interested in doing massage with crystals, and even body massage with crystals. And I did a lot of work on the meridians, and how to bring out so stones like this, and massaging with stones, and not like the hot stones kind of thing. A little bit different with actual crystals, and picking them for whatever the person was going through.